Congratulations to the UConn Huskies. They went on and sealed the deal. They dominated South Carolina Gamecocks. Yes, they did, baby. I'm Jackie G, aka Sports Chick, and the score was 82-59. I must say, I'm a big fan of Don Staley Gamecocks, but they just didn't look the same. It just seemed like something was a little bit off. And I truly believe when Joyce Edwards got into foul trouble the first half, it seemed like it just messed up the whole momentum. You had Malaysia Fulwiley, she just wasn't herself. You know, she really didn't distribute it. I don't know if they were real nervous. I don't know what it was. Y'all can drop y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think about the game. But I watched all of it. It was pretty good. It was just a very energetic game. But it was one-sided after the second half. The first half, Gamecocks came out rolling like the first beginning part of the game. But it just seemed like it tapered off. It tapered off during the second half. And it was just all over from there. You had the big three of UConn Huskies. You had Paige Beaukers. You had Sarah Strong. And you had AZ Fudd. Oh my gosh. Unstoppable. And UConn, they're known for their defense, but they contributed on both sides, defensively and offensively. Unstoppable. And Paige Beaukers, she's just such a facilitator. She knows exactly if she's not popping, she's going to go ahead and pass it off to Sarah Strong. You have a freshman, Sarah Strong. She's going to be so dynamic coming up in her years through college. She's a freshman already making noise. And then you have AZ Fudd. She just come in there and dominate in the paint. She know when to shoot. She know how to play D. Just an all-rounded player. And you had Paige Beaukers had 17. AZ Fudd had 24. Sarah Strong had 24. So when you have your big threes, when they come in dominating before halftime, they had 30 points all combined together. And when I saw that, I said, you know what, it's going to be a little shaky for Gamecocks. Because I noticed they couldn't really, they played wonderful defense, but their offense, they couldn't get those good looks. They couldn't get those good points that they normally would, like when they played Texas. But I do want to say big congratulations still to Don Staley. They played very hard all year long. She had 3 titles. They had 3 titles, championships. So big cahoots to them. They really played very hard. But bigger congratulations to UConn Huskies because they really survived. They kept driving. They just kept the physicality going and just kept rolling. I'm talking about they roll. And I'm so excited for Paige Beaukers because she's the #1 WNBA prospect. And I'm so curious on which team is going to pick her up because April the 17th, they will have the WNBA draft. And in May, that's when the regular season starts. But yeah, I also want to give big props to UConn coach Gino Arama. He's such a dynamic coach. And he really, this makes his 12th championship title. That's epic. You have your Gino, you have your Don Staley, you have your Pat Summits. All of those 3 coaches are so elite. They are. And, Gino being in the business for a long time. He really dominated the 90s, back-to-back titles. So it's good to see him getting another one. He became emotional, which anybody would. But it was just a beautiful game. Unfortunately, the Gamecocks didn't do what they wanted to do. I know they wanted to strive higher They just could not get the recipe cooking. They just couldn't get the meat tender enough. When you stick the fork in there and you try to bite it, it's just too tough. See, they had 35 wins, 4 losses. I mean, that's still beautiful. That's still beautiful, baby. I mean, they played so hard. But to me, it's all about who get the most rebounds, who have the most turnovers, who have the most fouls. And Dawn Staley got on them refs. Y'all see, she really got on those refs. She felt like Joyce Edwards did not foul Paige Beaukers. It looked like she touched her left arm just a little bit. But hey, that's how it goes. There's always some type of conspiracy. But Powell had a real slow game. And she didn't look the same. She had 3 points. Chloe Kidd struggled. She had 9. She wasn't really real fluid like she normally be. Because they say UConn only had 3 threes. South Carolina barely had just a few threes. But I believe UConn won by rebounding and also by the Gamecocks turnovers. UConn Huskies were able to distribute, hit pivotal shots, and that's why they're champions. That's why they're the champions. They were able to distribute. They were able to do all of it. All of it. And you have AZ Fudd really came through and hit a lot of pivotal shots. She was able to go hard in the paint. She was unstoppable, making steals. I believe they say that Sarah Strong, the freshman, had over 70 steals. So she's going to be something to be working with, y'all. She's going to be a force. Give her a couple more years. But yeah, but congratulations to UConn Huskies. And I know the men play tomorrow. You have Florida playing against Houston. I will be checking that out. But back to the Gamecocks. Raven Johnson played dynamic defense. She did a great job. She only had 2 points, but she really put her all in being a very defensive player. I just wish that it could really contribute to more points for them. Joyce Edwards had 10. Malaysia had 9. Tessa Johnson had 10. They just couldn't really get the ball. They just could not get the shots they needed. But hey, it's always next season. I'm your girl, Jackie G, a.k.a. Sports Chick. Y'all drop y'all comments. Please do subscribe. I'm out, y'all.